Happy Friday. Wow, we are ready to go. It is noon sharp New York time. Welcome to today's LinkedIn Live. I'm Rick Vanover, and we got a great topic for you today. And I'm joined by Ksenia. Good afternoon, Ksenia.
Hi, everyone. How are we doing?
Oh, it's Friday. I think we all need it. So we got a great topic here, and we're going to get some engagement. And now there's one thing we already have been doing, and thank you for those who have let us know. Let us know where you're from. We have a map technology that both Christian on our social media team and whoa, it's already lighting up. Let us know where you're from, and we're going to paint the world green. We're going to come back to this map a couple of times. Just drop in the country, city, that type of stuff that we can give you a requisite shout out. You know, Brazil, Argentina, India, Turkey. I don't even need the cues. Portugal, Germany, Italy, U.S., Canada. We got that would be Sweden up in the Nordics. That's a tough one, right? Because you got Norway, then you got Finland. Anyways, let us know where you're from. Welcome, Hong Kong. We got a great topic here, Ksenia, today, community here at Veeam, and we want to introduce a new mechanism, a new way to engage. You know, community's always been, really a significant thing at Veeam. I mean, look at my office here, but Ksenia, can you tell us about a new thing you've been working on?
Oh, yeah, I'm happy to do that. So first, I'm really excited to join and to have this conversation. So thank you for having me, Rick. And I believe today we have to cover 4 key topics. If we'll get them covered, I believe that there will be no, questions left, and everyone will be, able to engage, to start interaction, to probably engage in new ways you mentioned. So let's take a look what we would like to cover today. Okay, so next slide. Yep. So first, I believe that it's really important to cover why. Simple question, but why Veeam is doing that? I can tell that Veeam believes in community, Veeam believes in power of community, and we have lots of projects that, we're creating for our customers, partners, alliances, for all Veeam software users. Then it's important to answer to question what. So first, it's about Community Resource Hub that we launched recently, and also introduce new community program, which is called Veeam Legends. And last but not least, there will be some information, about how to become a Veeam Legend. I believe everyone who joined would love to hear more about that. So why not to get started?
Yeah, indeed. And I'll highlight that this is a really good mechanism that Ksenia is going to overview, and I'm going to provide some insight and I don't want to say expertise, some insight, but this is a cohesive approach. It's going to pull all of these community strategies together that we're doing, and you're going to see it make perfect sense as we go. So why don't you tell us why, Ksenia?
Okay, so I love this part, answering why we're doing this. So first, it's about engagement. So 2020 is kind of tough year. I mean, all of us know, right? So we wanted to foster even deeper engagement with our customer and partners. And we wanted also to make sure that we find the way to reward them. So this is the first, number one. Secondly, it's about conversation and having this conversation going. We thought, why not to create single place for community and combine several projects that we have. All of we have user groups, we have Veeam University, which is our free on-demand training. We have lots of stuff that we're investing in and we are doing for community. So this is the second reason why. And third, it's simply because we wanted to introduce a new tier in our community program. So we want to enable some of our most active community members. We want to recognize them. And again, we want to reward them.
Yeah, I think that's really important because the why is really important. And before we get into the what, let's take a look at the map. You guys have done a great job of letting us know where you're from. So there it is. We've got Brazil, we got the UK, Mexico, Panama, Argentina, Italy. Wow, Toronto again, Sweden. Colorado, Spain, Burkina Faso. That might be a first, guys. Burkina Faso, Tunisia, KC, Germany. Wow, go Chiefs! But I like the Raiders better. I don't know if you guys can see that up there. Whoever's watching from KC, we split the season, but I'm a Raiders guy. But anyways, no, definitely keep letting us know where you're from. And now we'll come back to the what. So, what is the community hub and what are the legends? That's a good natural question.
Yeah. So, once we define, why we would like to do that, and the two projects that we wanted to introduce, there were Community Resource Hub, and we'll share more, as we go, and a new Veeam community program. So let's start with the Veeam Community Resource Hub. And here, if you can, here I suggest let's not read the slide. It's boring, right?
Oh.
Why not to do a short demo? Rick,
let's think about that? Let's show it. So let's. The Community Resource Hub is all of this stuff that you see on the screen, but probably the best way to consume it is over at community.veeam.com. So, Ksenia, what am I looking at here? What is this very first page?
Okay, so we have several projects, and as I mentioned, that the idea was to combine them into the one platform and to make it, more smooth experience for our community members. So first, if you go a little bit up, so first thing that I would like to introduce is Veeam user groups. Could you please click on that? This is an awesome way to find your local peers in your area, and we created these virtual user groups, because again, this year was kind of tough and we didn't get a chance to have face-to-face meetings, have conferences, but we wanted to keep conversation going. What is cool about that all the conversations, all experience shared, all content sharing is happening in local language. It's valuable that you can really talk in your local language, find the peers around your area. And I encourage you to check out this page. And if there is no user group in your region, well, probably it's time to start new.
Good point. And you can maybe start a conversation, message someone, and then we can probably see if there's enough traction to make it happen in that region. Yeah, good
Absolutely, stuff. So then, if you scroll a little bit down.
Hold on.
Okay, I'm just getting too excited.
I've got a problem with what I'm seeing here, and is this a cat? Is that a cat?
Oh, is it? Yeah, it is.
Oh, goodness. Okay, so I need your help for those of you watching this. We need a name for this cat. The cat is everywhere. It's in the slide deck. It's on the web page, and maybe next show, Ksenia, we'll come over to the. We'll talk about this topic, okay? But we need a name for the cat. So drop in the chat your recommendation for the name of this. Oh, by the way, the cat is not doing karaoke. That is a whiteboard and a technical diagram. So we need your help. We need your help.
So just let us know your thoughts. What could be the name for this guy? Okay, so if you can scroll a little bit down, Rick, and push the categories. I believe that the most popular category that we have now is blogs and podcasts. And I love checking this place first thing in the morning. It's a great opportunity for all community members to share their experience, share their expertise, create some blogs. And if you're doing podcasts, you're welcome to share them as well. We do have some housekeeping rules that I recommend you to check out, but it's really super basic one. Yeah. Other than that, come here, start sharing content, start the interaction with the rest of the community.
Yeah, this is great content here. And a side note, every Friday, Ksenia and I recap the top 3 pieces of content through the week. And there's reiteration here in use cases. In fact, good shout out to vNote42. He's doing an outstanding job in our community, sharing stuff. All these names, we have some employees in here, some vanguards in here, some new people in here. Esteban, one of the vanguards. Haslan, Mr. VMCE, always Home Lab Wednesday, the daily quiz. I mean, this guy never disappoints. So lots of really good content in there for sure.
Yeah. So apart from that, there's also space for having some discussions, and what's cool about that it's not about having discussion with Veeam. Of course, we're always here. And, as Rick mentioned, lots of Veeamers and employees are in there, and because all of them are doing some community work. But it's mostly about having discussions between users, right? So it's another way to interact for you, to ask questions, to start discussions.
Yeah, and there's, this is one of those things. Like we have other vehicles. We've got our forums, we've got social media, we've got, all these different ways to engage. But we've actually found new people who have responded well to this. So, no, this is really, really good stuff. Anything else we want to see in here?
Yeah, and last thing that I would like to highlight here, it's if you can click on their events. So it's a little bit upper. Yeah. So I would really like you to follow this page. We don't publish here any product demos or marketing webinars or any stuff like that. This is a dedicated page for community events. So you may see here user group Czech Republic, USA, Germany, and other countries. Apart from that, you may find here some program webinars, or probably exclusive sessions. So keep an eye on this page again. And all the content that we have here, all the events that we are publishing here, they don't go at veeam.com as well. So it's just unique space for having community events scheduled.
Yeah, this is great. And I can't wait to see when we get to the point of other formats coming back into the mix. So that's going to be awesome. So yeah, you can go to community.veeam.com to see that. Really, really good stuff. And so that is what it is. And then, there's the university, there's resources, there's user groups, but there's also this other bit at the bottom, gaining recognition.
Yeah, so go ahead to the next slide. I love it. It's pretty intense. So let us introduce you a new community program, which is called Veeam Legends. And by the way, Kat is following. I hope that we got some names already in the chat. He's everywhere.
I'm hoping that's a brain.
Yeah, it is.
Okay.
It is. Okay, so what is Veeam Legends? Let us share a little bit more. So as I mentioned, it's a new technical community program. What's important to share that there is no limitation to the audience. We really would love to see more community members. There is no segmentation, whether you're working in partner organization, whether you're part of alliances, whether you're a customer. This technical community program is open to everyone. If you ask me to, probably to describe Veeam Legend, what are the users? Who are these people? What are they doing? I believe it's really important to mention that they're passionate about technology, about innovations. They love sharing, they love interactions with other community members. They participate in various community projects. They could be, active member of local user group. They could lead this user group, and they could take Veeam University courses. They can create content in blogs and podcast section. It's really lots of ways to engage. And that's all, all of these projects you can contribute to.
And the one thing I'll highlight with that, Ksenia, is this is a new program, a new level, right? A new designation, whatever we want to call it in the community. And I don't think we've had the question yet, but I'll ask the question, how is this different than the Veeam Vanguards, right? So 2 weeks ago, Nicola and I were talking about the Vanguard class of 2021 upcoming, right? And so a natural kind of leveling is the best way to describe this, where the legends are going to be a big catchment of organizations or individuals that are embracing the community and doing things. The Vanguards are an established program, but it doesn't have this very public, outward-facing Veeam identity, right? The Vanguards have their own identities that they have on their own blogs and things like that. So there's a couple of structured elements that go into the difference, but we've worked really hard to provide another way that organizations and individuals can engage and contribute. And we've had, by the way, some really good names that come in for the cat.
Really?
Yeah,
okay.
Alfred, Veeam Lion, Vanessa, Cutie Pie, Techno Tabby, Catty McCatface. I like that one.
Oh.
Sheila, Veeam Meow. Okay, we might keep that one. Garfield.
I love Vimeo.
Meow. Yeah, I don't know about that. And then maybe when we go onwards later, we'll have to name the giraffe down there too. So there's and the elephant, right? There's a bunch of little gems, and you'll find these on the page as well. And if you Legend Kitty, Veeam Kitty, I like those too as well. Thank you. Keep those coming. We don't know what to call the cat, but we need the cat.
Yeah, we need a name. So.
We need a name for the cat. So, what kind of benefits come with this, Ksenia? I think, once we identify this, and we haven't really disclosed how much, when, and what it will be. Well, we will in a second, but what would the experience look like?
Yeah, so, community programs, they don't come alone. And of course, there are certain benefits that we'd like to introduce to our Veeam Legends. So first, it's private betas, pre-launch briefings. So we started doing some private pre-release webinars for our top community members quite some time ago. We have enough licenses that we're happy to share with our top community members. It's also access to product teams, to system engineers, to product strategy. There will be also a private Veeam Legends group, specifically created for this community, and which will be open only for Veeam Legends. And of course, hey, who don't like swag? I mean, I do. So there will be some Veeam Legends swag for our super users.
So let me put this also in some additional context here, because I think this is really important, Ksenia. Through my journey at Veeam, one of the things that I've worked on is just getting the information out there, getting that technical knowledge, and everything from what's coming from the products to what's out there now, right? Just got to get it out there sometimes. And, we work with the product marketing team to bring the message, the story, and there's a launch process. But, the real technical fans, they always want more. And so this is going to be an avenue, especially for the NFRs, the betas. We're really going to work harder to loop the community in for these next levels here. So this is going to be something to watch, and the legends are going to get these extended benefits as well. And we've got another character here. We got an elephant up here. Is there going to be a social butterfly up in the mix too? It's like we can find these characters, but the side task is naming the cat who is back.
Yeah.
As well as the owl.
Yeah.
How do we look at the different people who are engaging? Big shout out to VNote, by the way. He's been great.
Yeah, so he's number one this week. So this is the leaderboard for this week. Okay, to answer the question, how to become a Veeam Legend, I believe it's really important to share with you community activities, achievements, right? And reveal a little bit more details about how do we, what is the leaderboard, how to get into the leaderboard. So first, you will achieve points. You may see them on the leaderboard, right? Also, we have badges which reflect certain achievements. Activities, what activities we have. So there are really, I would say, wide, scope of activities that we have, including blog posts, podcasts, community posts. It could be, if you love starting discussions with communities, there is an option for you as well. Certain Veeam user, several Veeam user group activities as well. Again, it could be interactions, content sharing, it could be event participation, event organization, different ways to engage. And top tier of the leaders, they will be rewarded with a Veeam Legend status. Again, you can access and check out the leaderboard at the Community Resource Hub. We keep it open for everyone. We want everyone to know our most active members. So as you may see on the screenshot.
Yeah, and the badges go with this, the points, the levels. There's a weekly version, there's an all-time version. So there's a number of different ways to cut this. And it's actually, this is a journey that Veeam's been on for years to get to this point, and we've not quite been sure how to do it. It's started way before 2020 as well. So this has been a really good kind of view into the program. And if you're not using the community site, you can start now. Just go over to community.veeam.com. And when we talk about the legends and these other resources, right, these are actually really more benefits that the people who come to this site get. And you don't have to always be the author of a post, right? You can engage and share your experience, and if anything, just learn. In fact, I actually have spoken to a lot of experts around the the why people do these other things, right? And they want to really just better themselves, right? They want to be sharper, more industry awareness, build their career, all these other types of things. There's a deep psychology of why. And we're going to make one final call. If you haven't dropped in the map, your location, and if you want the map lit up, wow, we've got a lot more. We got a whole bunch going on. We've got California, Colorado. There's KC. They still beat my Raiders, but that's okay. North Carolina, a lot of Europe there coming in, and North Africa and South America. You know, we love these global crowds, and it's really fun to do this and watch where people come in from. UAE, I think, is that Middle East state. I think I'm not. This would be a good quiz game on the map. I don't know, between map and then flags. You know, how good can it be? But thank you all for New Zealand as well, Hong Kong.
Wow. It's impressive.
I love it. It's great stuff. So, you know, what can I do with this information, Ksenia? So what's next?
Okay, so this is the first time ever we announce it, and this is really huge. And the point is that we're going to have first Veeam Legends intake happening early next year.
Yep,
this is super excited news, right?
Yeah, we don't quite have a date. You know, we got to get through the end of the year. We got to get through this V11 launch, right? We're all got our hands full with that. But you know, now's the time. If you're thinking about engaging in a community designation, this is a new level, a new way to engage. So, you know, it could be February, it could be March. You know, first part of next year is what we're targeting. And the other important thing is, do we have a name for the cat? We have some good names that have come in, and if you haven't let us know the name of the cat that you want, what do you want to call this cat? Let us know. Anyways, I'm concerned about the cat. Believe me. Well,
yeah.
Also, you know, so what we also should do, and here is a question, we'll open it up for questions, and that's a good one from Rajesh. Rajesh's question is there any plan to give the badge through the Acclaim portal, which is a little bit more of a standards-based badgery, if there is such a thing?
Yeah.
Yeah. What do you think on that, Ksenia?
Yeah, actually, we were thinking, and I had it in mind. I mean, no promises for now, but I had in mind having Veeam Legend badge and Acclaim, so everyone can actually share it, you know, in social media accounts everywhere. So that's something that definitely we're looking into. But whether it's happening or not, let's see. You know, let us just to look into that. But yeah, we had this idea behind.
I think I would actually give a +1 to that, as I think that's a really good idea, Rajesh. So thank you for sharing that. And if anybody else has any questions too, you can drop those in to the chat. And a big thanks to Christian, because I had to have him work double time this week. Not just the questions for our content, not just the map, but the name of the cat. So Christian,
yeah.
I did give him a heads up that we're going to be putting in shenanigans to this episode. So thank you for that. And before I forget, so one final call for questions. I do want to draw everyone's attention to Monday. We're going to have a broadcast with Dave Russell and Jason Buffington looking into 2021. Great time at the end of the year. But what does the COVID era IT look like in 2021? I think we're not quite done with this journey. I mean, there's a lot of good news coming out of the medical community today or this month, worldwide even, right? But we're not quite done with this journey. But what will 2021 IT look like? So stay tuned Monday, noon, East Coast time or New York time, same place on LinkedIn. And we got one final question. Jeffrey asks, will the participation in the R&D forums count as well? Good question, Jeffrey. So Ksenia, I'll let you field that one first, and then I got a few points on that as well.
Yeah. So first of all, we're looking into that, and we would like to award our active forum participants as well. So definitely that's in our plan to make sure that we reward also those who are active in the R&D forums.
Yeah, and the only thing I would add is that we want to make sure that there is a clear delineation of the customer journey. If you got a problem, let's go and call support. If you want to, just get more dialogue-y share of how things could be used or what you're doing, that might be a better spot for the community forums or the community hub. And then if you have a scenario where, you wish Veeam did it this way and you want product management to see it, the forums might be a good spot for that. And we'll continue to watch, right? I've had a couple of scenarios where I encourage the people to take that conversation over to the forums, encourage people to call support. So it just depends. Our final question comes from Bertrand. Good one. Any event plan after the COVID era? So I'll field that one, Bertrand. Yes, there are plans. Internally, we have a few kind of milestones that are indicating when and how regular events will occur. And I mean, look at my office here, Bertrand. You know that I want to be out there. You know I do. And I still have this museum of swag all throughout that you can't see on camera. So there is a plan. We're just not at a point to commit to any firm dates and scope of things yet. We're looking at the industry, we're looking at the legalities, there's a lot of things we're looking at, Bertrand, but trust me, there will be at some point, again, a kickin' Veeam party that we will have for sure. All right, so hey, Ksenia, thank you so much for sharing your latest initiative here on the LinkedIn Live.
Yeah, and thank you for having me, Rick.
No problem. I really enjoy what you're doing. And for those watching the program here, she's doing a great job of administering the community. And I'd like to thank the Global Veeam marketing team, the social media team, and the creative video producers that have helped bring this content to you today. And on behalf of the whole Veeam team, that concludes today's webinar. Have a great weekend, everyone.
Bye, everyone.